What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are at Keuka Gravel 2026 and I'm just super excited to be on the race course this day. I did a big preparation for it. However, I am really burnt, and so clothes is very uncomfortable to wear right now, and so I'm just doing a full-on close-up shot of my face. So if you're curious about the different POV, that is why. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get into it. Taking the win first is my teammate Rick Dalton, who I admire a lot. Basically, he has built a pretty big cycling community in the Rochester, New York area, and I think that's pretty cool. So anyways, I am lined up, and my dad is actually right next to me at the start, so I'll give him a little feature arrow in the video, give him a little shout out. But anyways, there's actually, I would say there's a lot more competition this year than last year. Of course, you have Matt, and basically he got second last year, and then Trevor August, whose brother is actually racing for Ineos, is in this race, so he's got probably some genetics to work with him here. And you know, just your typical local legend heavy hitters like Nate Yost, and then I did notice a lot of crit racing teams here. A lot of strong people here today, let's just say that. Just made my dad famous. He's actually pretty annoyed at me at the start of the race just because he had a brand new white jersey that he bought, and I accidentally dipped it in coffee while trying to kind of find something. And so yeah, he's not the happiest man on the start line, let's just say that. Anyways, in the start, I really just told myself I don't really want to get into a crash in the beginning, and so I just take the front. A couple of people do send some early flyers, and I'm not too worried about them just because I know we have a lot of climbing to do, and so I'm pretty positive that we'll catch them on those kind of climbs. So Nate Yost takes the front, who is riding for Kelly Benefits and is a super strong rider. We've raced many times together before, and yeah, he's just a super cool dude, and he's also vegan as well, so go vegans in the chat. Then we kind of hit the first kind of gravel section in the beginning, and it's nothing too crazy, just a couple small rollers. However, I don't really want to be stuck behind anyone during those rollers, and so I kind of just go down them leading, and I think it worked out pretty good. I think I did probably save some watts at the end of the day with just not having people in front of me holding me up. So now we're kind of probably in a 20 to 25 person group, and we're just kind of sitting patiently waiting for the fun stuff to begin, which means a bunch of steep VO2 4-minute climbs, basically wanting to puke on your bike. And so like I said, I trained a lot for this race, so I'm actually pretty confident, and so I do take this hill. I would say I hit this hill at probably 450, between 450 to 500 watts. It's about a 2.5 minute climb. And as I'm leading and doing this kind of power output, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not breathing as heavy, and my legs, like I said, they feel pretty good. And I can hear a bunch of people breathing behind me. So I'm like, okay, I'm working them, and it feels like I'm not working as hard as they're working. So I'm thinking, okay, the fitness is paying off. Let's go. Get to the top of that little climb, no one really wants to pull, and I don't blame them. I mean, we know that we have a ton of other hills to go, and so we're just kind of controlling our effort. And then another guy sends a flyer, but we know again that there's going to be a steep hill coming up shortly, and so we're not really worried about these flyers. So Matt, as I said in the beginning of the video, Matt has won this race many times, and so he's actually in the green and blue kit, and so he kind of does a seated acceleration up this steep climb, and I'm actually able to go with it. And as I get to the top of this climb, my tires start spinning out on these rocks, and unfortunately it slows me down a little bit, and then so Matt kind of gets a gap.
Let's go! Let's
so Matt probably has a 10-second gap on us, and I'm not really too eager to chase him down. Like I said, we still have a lot of racing and a lot of more steep climbs to come, and so I'm kind of just sitting in and trying to catch my breath.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Finally catch Matt, and you can kind of probably see that he kind of sits up and then eats and drinks, which kind of just tells me that he probably didn't want to go alone that early on in the race. I wouldn't want to either, to be honest, because this race is just killer for the first half of the race. Second half isn't as bad, but you're pretty much done, pretty much bonked after the first half of the race. Yeah, so there's probably a group of 10 people, basically all the heavy hitters are together right now, and there is one last climb that will probably separate the field, and it is a pretty gnarly 8-minute steep climb. This climb is kind of in my head make or break. If I get over this climb with the leaders, I'm good for the rest of the race. It was even tough to edit this. It just sucks. Yeah, I pretty much just got annihilated on that climb. Like I said, I'm gonna blame the bike setup. I mean, I was on a 40-42, and I was doing 20-30 RPMs up that climb, and there's no way I'm gonna be able to climb. I'm sure someone climbed and at maybe 10 RPMs and smoked me, but yeah, there's just no way I could have did a continued hard effort and been able to lead those guys with a 40-42. I mean, 20 RPMs is insane. And yeah, so that's my fault. I should have known that probably wasn't the smartest move to do starting this race. But anyways, yeah, pretty much that climb just annihilated me and just killed me. So now we're just kind of reviving, and we're gonna sit in and drink a lot of water and take a lot of caffeine, and then just, like I said, we're still, will I win the race? Probably not, but that's okay. Will I try to catch as many people as possible? Yes, 100%. And so that's right now the game plan. My teammate Tom London comes by me and he's like, let's start a train. And I'm like, dude, yes. I'm kind of really excited to see him because now we can work together and catch as many people as possible. Then the worst thing can happen, I flat. Not only do I flat, I later found out after the race that I actually cracked my rim. That's how bad. I mean, I knew I was going to flat. The rock I hit was pretty big, and I just knew something bad was going to happen. But, yeah, so flatted, and it probably took me about 6 minutes to change that flat. I didn't even have tubes on me. I really just carry a CO2 and some bike plugs. So, yeah, I was wishing I had a tube that day. But anyways, luckily, another guy kind of gave me his tube, and so I really appreciate that, dude. So, yeah, 7 minutes trying to change that tire. And then we finally get off on our way. And now, again, we're just on chase mode. Pretty much at this point, my race is now it's really done. And so I'm just gonna kind of just do just a hard effort, you know, yeah.
When your heart is racing, racing at the speed of light, and you feel like you got nowhere else to go. No, I hold you till the sun comes in the morning light. Yeah, I'll keep you safe, I'll never let you go. 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 I'll never let you go.
Alright, shout out to Full Moon Visma, helping a brother out, patching my wheel for me.
So we flat again, and luckily I met up with some other people that I've raced with before in the past, Jeremy and Bao, and so they kind of helped me assist with putting my tire on to speed up the process. And my teammate Forrest Hagen, he gave me a tube, so I was able to put another tube in. I don't know what happened. I think the pink tube, I just didn't fully blow it up right, and so it just went flat again. Or it could have been my cracked rim, so it's slowly leaking air. I'm sure there's a lot of variables, but it was just really cool to see the biking community really just help me out. I mean, one person never even met me, and then the other two stopped their race to help me. And yeah, it's, you know, that's just the gravel scene and the gravel spirit really coming into play there, and it was just super cool to see. So now we are in chase mode part 2. Let's get it. Then we arrive at my team's aid station. I get to refill my bottles and take a nice 150 milligram caffeine gel. And now I am amped up and ready to just keep on chasing. So, yeah. Point of the race, we are probably at mile 28, and the race is 54 miles long. So we are pretty much at the halfway mark. Now I'm super paranoid, and my tires feel flat again, and so I'm thinking I flatted again. So I'm like banging my tires on the ground to really get a feel like how hard or soft they are. And yeah, so I'm doing that about 3 minutes on this downhill when I could be going like 50 miles an hour. I'm like trying to see if my tires flat, so I'm like wasting time there. And it turns out it's not flat. I'm just super paranoid that I'm getting flats again. Then I pass my teammate Forrest, and I give him like pretty much a, hey, thank you so much, because he literally gave me the tube that I was able to finish on. So he really did save my race, and it just would have stinked if I didn't finish. And another shout out to this family, man, who was like, hey kids, do you guys want to spray guys all day with water? And they're probably like, yes. They're like, all right. And so yeah, they gave me a nice little cool down bath, and it was nice.
I'll be locking up my door, and you can't walk inside this
not the turnout I was looking for, but I think I got probably 20. I think I got 25th out of 56 riders in open men category. So it was a good day of racing. I mean, the scenes were pretty, but not the result I was looking for. Kind of stinks, but anyways, so some big new announcements is we are retiring the Trek Boone. It has done me good enough for 2 years, and I've decided to buy a Loft Segla, mainly because of the tire clearance, and I want to run mountain bike gearing in the back as well. And so, yeah, I think the Loft will do me right. So yeah, I bought the frame, and we're gonna just build it up from there. And yeah, they had like a summer deal I saw, and so I wanted to get pink because I think pink on a bike looked phenomenal, but they were sold out, so it's just gonna be a normal, boring black Loft Segla. So yeah, new bike update, so super excited. And yeah, I think we're gonna do a couple more 100-mile races. Might do some races in Canada, and then just some local races, and we're just gonna enjoy the pretty much rest of the season. I'm trying to think of an A race that I'm kind of looking forward to is probably the Wilderness 100, and the Shenandoah 100. Shenandoah was probably the best result I've ever done at an NUE race, which was 8th out of like 161 riders, which was in the competition there. It was super phenomenal. Like Jeremiah Bishop was there. And so, but yeah, I crashed on that race too and broke a bike. So we'll just see. We just got to stop crashing and beating up our bikes, or beating up my bikes. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys could leave a like and subscribe, again, that would be much appreciated. And yeah, see you guys in the next video.